All right, what's up, YouTube? Um, so I was gonna make a recording. This is not the recording I was gonna make originally. Like I said, I am a truck driver, and we just got back from going to a town close to Kansas City, here from Fort Worth. It's 460 miles one way, and I only got like 3 hours of sleep. So, in just preparing for this video, just I wrote down notes and just composing the video and just writing down the script and not really script, but just the notes, and how I'm gonna tackle this. Um, and I'm running out of steam already, so better get some rest because you know these are complex issues, all right, and uh, and they matter. So let's give it the attention it deserves. So I'm not gonna record it right now. I'm just gonna give you guys an update, and and yeah. So what's let's just get this update out of the way. What do I what I intend to do here? For example, we're gonna tackle freedom of speech, and we're gonna start the video with I want to start each discussion on all these subjects. Right now, in this particular one, is freedom of speech. So we're gonna get into like opening statements. Um, let's get the facts straight first. Make definitions, get definitions, and define these things. Things like freedom, rights, responsibilities, speech, dialogue. Get into the etymology a little bit. Define what is etymology. Define rhetoric, argument. Let's let's get these definitions out of the way because you know to understand these to understand the subject of freedom of speech, you need to there's a lot to go into. Okay, it's not just we can't just hover on the surface. Like I said, I want to go deep. Let's 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 get into it. All right. Then how I'm gonna structure my following the following videos is we're gonna compose an argument. We're gonna first see what's the argument. Freedom of speech. Yeah. But we're gonna argue for freedom of speech. We're gonna argue against freedom of speech. We're gonna give some examples and around the world. We're gonna go around the planet and we're gonna look at places like China where you don't necessarily have free speech, where the regime, if you're outspoken against them, you say something that they don't like, and you encourage people to think for themselves. Um, it doesn't always go well around the world. We got it good here in America in that regard. And we're gonna define. We're gonna say why freedom of speech is a fundamental necessity, and what happens when we don't have freedom of speech. We're gonna define hate speech. We're gonna see and yes, you're gonna get into some sensitive areas, and we're gonna hash it out, and we're gonna iron out all the kinks, all right, around hate speech, and we're gonna look at history, okay, because history is so fundamentally important in these issues because like I said, throughout humanity has some dark episodes in humanity. For example, Nazi Germany and the Jews and the Holocaust and stuff like that. And what happens, and we're gonna get into some sensitive areas that has left a bitter taste in our mouth, and let's not forget, and let's not minimize these issues. And another one is slavery in America. That's one of the darkest chapters in our history. Okay, and let's not forget that. Let's not forget that these things happened. Okay, and you know, I get angry sometimes, and I yell and I hash out and I lash out, and it's like, look, I guess. many people in my target audience, it's not their fault necessarily. Okay, they have opinions on these matters, and they haven't really been sat down and say, hey, this is what happens when there's no freedom of speech. This is what happens if you push these issues, to the limit. All right, if we're gonna play this game to the limit, if we're gonna push these narratives and say, like, okay, then let's get real though. We need to get real. Okay, so we're gonna talk about these things. Well, anyways, composing my argument. We're gonna build upon it. All right, we're gonna build upon an argument, and we're gonna get it, and then we're gonna deliver. Okay, we're gonna first brainstorm ideas, and then we're gonna argue. We're gonna argue for. We're gonna argue against, and we're gonna bounce around, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, this is like I said, it's a dialogue. Just so you know, logos. I was looking at just preparing definitions. Okay, and preparing for this video, but just real quick, what is a dialogue? Dialogue it comes from the word dialogos, and logos is a plural for logo, and logo is a Greek word. It means word, reason. Dia means two people having a dialogue. Is logos coming back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, that is dialogos. And that's where the word is from. Latin, from Greek. It went to Latin, and then we brought it into English. Dialogue. Okay, but dialogos. Okay, and just real quick, and we're gonna, like I just said, I'm gonna try to keep it simple. Okay, let's not get caught in the weeds. We're gonna keep it simple, keep it real. Okay, keep it intimate, right here, and we got time. But right now, like I said, just preparing for this video, just writing notes and preparing for it. Man, I'm running out of steam, and like I said, I'm running on like just 3 hours of sleep, and we just drove like 20 hours. We had some issues on the truck, gave us some issues, and what was normally a 7-hour drive took about 15 hours. Okay, so I'm a little tired, and yeah, like I said, that's for us truckers. That's just a Tuesday, okay, or that's just a day. That's just another day, okay. 15-hour drives, okay, and yeah, like I said, some people whine about having to drive for 3 hours to visit their family or whatever. Come on, guys. Okay, so we're truckers. Okay, we're rough people. So, like I said, that's just another day in the job. All right. So, yeah, we had some issues, and what was normally a 7-hour drive took me like 15 hours to get here. We ran into some issues, and we're gonna get it taken care of, and no big deal. Okay, so we're gonna talk about controlling speech, what is compelled speech, and what happens when legislation, what through legislation, that means that there's criminal consequences to speech, right? That is legislative compelled speech, is what what they try to push in Canada, I think, with that bill C-16 or something like that. Okay, that's just an example of what could happen when legislation gets involved in these things. Okay, and what are the repercussions of stuff like that, and why it's so important to keep that the people, the free people, among free people, get rid of bad speech. Okay, let's not get the government involved, because the government, they're going to legislate it, because that's what governments do. They legislate, right? They regulate through legislation, and that means that there's criminal consequences if don't fall in line, right? That's legality. That's how the legal system is. Okay, so we're gonna keep it simple, right? But just keep in mind that there's a lot to get into. Okay, these are complex ideas. They're not just you know, we're not just talking to the wind, okay? These are things that matter, all right? And they're basic truths. And in America, I think we've kind of disespoused a little bit. We've gotten away. We've gotten out of touch of these things, right? So we're gonna get into it, and then after that, we're gonna expand upon the established rhetoric. All right, we're gonna expand upon it, and then we're gonna come to a conclusion. We're gonna bring it all together. Okay, we're gonna attack it, see if it holds water. Right, we're gonna think critically about these things, about what we've expanded upon. We're gonna think critically. Um, See if what we're saying holds water. Does it pass the laugh test? Kind of like, does it make sense? You know, because at the end of the day, if nothing makes sense, then we haven't accomplished our goal. Is it of learning, right? We're gonna drill it in, and doesn't make sense. You know, have we reached an objective truth? If not, well, then we need to continue this discussion until we reach what is the pinnacle of an objectivity, objective truth. That means it holds water. That means it is true no matter what. We have found the truth. Okay? And then we're gonna de-escalate it. We're going to bring it back. Closing thoughts and remarks. Okay? And here's something I really want to drill. This is something that I really want to drive out, and I want to throw it out there. Okay? In all my videos that are to come, that are coming. Okay? We're going to start with free speech, and we're going to talk about, and in the future we're going to have more discussions. Okay? And we're going to attack all these different issues, like the economy, capitalism versus socialism, healthcare, okay, private versus governmental stuff, like in Mexico and stuff like that, like in the we hear like in the Scandinavian areas, you know, that these are socialist ideas, and they haven't implemented certain things from socialism, and why, you know, maybe it's not necessarily all evil, you know, okay. So these are complex ideas that we need to talk about, and we will, and in the future. But here's something I really want to drill. This is something I really want to say right now from the beginning, that my YouTube channel only has like 2 videos, 3 videos, something like that. One is of me ranting, okay, just talking, just talking. Really, it's just an outcry that I'm frustrated. Okay, so I'm sorry if I offended people. Okay, yeah, you could call me out on my BS also, you know. Of course, I'm not exempt of none of this, okay? I'm just some truck driver talking stuff to YouTube, all right? So, but here's what I'm trying to say is this. Put your money where your mouth is. I'm doing that. I'm going to do that, okay? So, if the next video that's coming is gonna be a free speech, and from there we're gonna go all in. If at any point any of my videos somebody disagrees with, they want to disagree with me, that's fine. We're gonna do it, okay? And I challenge. It's an open challenge to anybody watching me. If you want to talk to me, reach out to me. We're gonna have a discussion. Let's discuss with civility, with integrity, with honesty. But there's conditions that I'm gonna put some conditions. We're gonna do it live, or maybe not live, but unedited. Okay? We're not gonna pull 2 seconds out of here and 2 seconds out of here. We're not gonna cherry pick among a conversation, okay? No. We're going to have a conversation. And we're going to have a conversation for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I challenge anybody if you disagree with what I have to say in the future, you want to call me out? Call me out. I'm not exempt from this. I'm just another person having something to say. And if you want to call me out, I'm open for the challenge. Let's do it live. We're gonna debate live, or yeah, maybe not live. We could record it, right? But we're gonna debate, and the video is gonna be published on anybody's platform, or my platform also on my channel as well. The same videos it's gonna come in. I'm gonna put it out there. Okay, these are conditions I'm putting. If not, if we're gonna cherry pick and we're gonna, if I'm gonna get, somebody wants to just slander me and cherry pick and get all my things out of context, I'm not interested. Okay, just go try to be somebody else. Okay, not me. All right, so these are conditions for me to go. I'm open to all challenges. All right, I'll go on any show. Cable news on live TV, we could do it. I'll do it. All right, but it's gonna come also. It's gonna come on my channel too. All right, and I'm gonna put it out there, and we're gonna find out real quick. Real quick, we're gonna find out if somebody's full of it. All right, because you just need to put them on the spot. And if I'm full of it, put me on the spot. If I don't know what I'm talking about, if I'm just, hey, like I said, if you think I'm just some stupid truck driver who can't hash out ideas, who can't put complex issues into perspective, call me out. Call me out. Put me on your show. We'll do it. I'll do it. All right. If you're gonna try to humiliate me, if I'm gonna humiliate myself, hey, let's do it now and get it over with, and that way I could, stop producing these videos. If I'm just ignorant, if I'm just some ignorant truck driver who's trying to bite more than what I could chew, well, we're gonna find out real quick. And like I said, I'll do it on any show. Let's do it. But put your money where your mouth is. Oh, and by the way, just we're saying, I could do it in Spanish too. We could talk about complex issues, Just as a sample, you don't think I speak Spanish. I'm going to switch to Spanish for a minute. Queremos hablar en español sobre temas complejos, con elocuencia, con integridad, con honestidad. Ponme en tu show también. Ponme en tu show. Vamos a hablar en español. ¿Quieres hablar? ¿Tienes una audiencia que no habla inglés? Perfecto. Lo hacemos en español. Lo hacemos en español y podemos hablar en puro español, ¿verdad? Sin problema. Sin ningún problema. Con elocuencia también. Hey, después de todo, no soy tan ignorante. No. Vamos a hacerlo en español también. You want to do it in English? We could do it in English. ¿Lo quieres hacer en español? Lo hacemos en español. I'm up for the challenge. Let's talk about these things. Estoy dispuesto. Hablemos. Conversemos sobre esto. Okay? So, yeah. So, like I said, put your money where your mouth is. Always. And, yeah. So, like I said, just preparing for this video. I ran out of steam, so I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna get some rest. Okay? And, stay tuned. I'm gonna make this video. Oh, by the way, another update. I made some purchases. All right, I bought a decent microphone. Right now, I'm just recording on my phone. All right, so I'm gonna give a little production value. Let's do it. Okay, I bought a little studio light, and I have a DSLR, so I already have it. So I'm gonna learn how to edit videos. So you get a little polishing now. I'm not gonna like overly edit stuff like that. It's just decent video quality needs some basic editing skills. All right, so I want to give you guys something nice. All right, so right now let's just leave it at that. It's a little teaser. Okay, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for because I've been wanting to do this for a while. I really have. I really have. I've talked to my wife and told her like, man, I watch all these people. They have their YouTube channels and stuff like that. I was like, man, I wish I had like, cause I got a lot to say. And I wish I could get talk to like a lot of people, stuff like that. So, and YouTube, the technology with this platforms, these stuff like that, you can reach thousands of people in a real quick. So let's why not, man? Let's take advantage of of this amazing opportunity we have that to reach people, and times have changed. It's like in the 90s and even in the early 2000s, this was like impossible. So hey man, let's do it. So well, thanks for tuning in and stay tuned. All right, and let's um let's get to the root of some of these things. All right, well, that's it for now, guys, and thanks for hanging out and stay tuned. All right, stay tuned. Love you guys.